No, good win for the Tigers. I thought I was really proud of our guys. I thought we really played well from tip to finish, and that's not an easy ball game. First of all, we have great respect for Central Florida. They've got some really good perimeter players. Their big guys are underrated, and this was a dangerous game against a dangerous team because we had a great win Thursday, a tough, hard-nosed win against a Cincinnati team where people look at Cincinnati as one of the toughest teams in the country. And so we had a great win, and then pretty much less than 36 hours later, you got to come right back and try to finish out the homestand against a really good team. And I really felt our energy and effort and defensively for the first 27 minutes of the game was very, very good. And we held them to 16% from three-point range the first half, 22% from the field. That kid hit that, the Adonis kid hit the three in the end of the first half. That was their only three, and I felt the first 7 minutes of the second half we were really good defensively, and then the last 12, 13 minutes, I felt our transition defense was not good, and we did not shrink the floor, and we were spread out, and they ran it right up our rear ends and got some easy baskets, and they spread the floor and started making some shots. But I was really proud of our guys, of our effort. When you have when you get a plus 29 on the glass, that's a strict reflection on effort. And we did not shoot well from the free throw, but we kept a lot of free throws alive just with our effort. And 21 assists on 38 made field goals. Pookie Powell, 8 assists to 1 turnover. Really proud of Pookie. Treshawn, who had a double-double, 11 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, and only 1 turnover. So Shaq Goodwin had 16 and 10. Proud of Shaq for double-double. And, just a really good team win. Good team win.
Coach, you touched on it there for a second, but how nice it to see Nick and Shaq get going today. I mean, it seems like a different set of guys each game for you.
Yeah, but and let me say this: I thought Calvin Godfrey played really well. I thought he helped us get going again. I thought his tenacity, his intensity, his toughness was contagious. But I was really happy to see Shaq and Nick, get some extended time together, and played at a high level.
Just talk about Avery Woodson. We didn't get an update. Did he get hit in
he
the eye?
He got poked in the eye, and so it was just he had some blurred vision, but he'll be fine. It was Brad Anderson just told me to hold him out after that, and but nothing more than he'll be ready to go on Monday.
Talk about what you're getting right now out of Godfrey. This is the 3rd straight game, and he's become more aggressive offensively, and he's giving you this pretty much every game.
Yeah, he's tough. He's tenacious. He's got great intensity. He's a hard-nosed young man, and I think probably the best thing that happened to him was hit rock bottom. And that Oklahoma State game, he lost it because he wasn't playing when it came out, and I didn't put him back in the rest of the game, and then I just suspended him the next game because of his attitude. And he's taken it like a man, and he accepted responsibility. Didn't pout about it. He knew he was in the wrong, and instead of him sulking, because earlier in the year he was sulking and blame game and pointing the finger, to his credit, once he hit that rock bottom after I had to sit him for that game and then suspend him the next game, he's been really, really good for us because he's had a great attitude, and that's been the reason why. And he's allowed himself to just do his job and not allow any of that negative stuff to creep in his mind.
Josh, you guys guard the perimeter as well as anybody in the nation. You know that they live and die by the 3. They attempt 19 a game. You only gave up 11 attempts, let alone the 4 makes. What makes you guys so good guarding that perimeter?
Yeah, and I hate looking at our percentages because I thought we were really good defensively for the first 27 minutes. I mean, we were excellent. I mean, we were at a high level. And then the last, so you look at their percentages got going, but we were really good defensively. And part of it is, we've worked on that all summer long. I think, I've said it all summer. As much as I've said this is a transitional year and highs and lows and peaks and valleys, and there's going to be take a step back to go 2 steps forward, that we've also said we were going to focus on some things, and focus on the things we're going to focus on in the summer and the preseason was defense, was not having the avalanches that we've And we haven't had those, if that makes sense, where a team just makes a run and we just splinter. Doesn't mean some teams have gotten us, but we've never just splintered. We've kept together. And we've tried to instill some little more toughness with our guys, and part of that's they've really taken Greg. They've taken it personal. They've taken it personal accountability of wanting to do a good job defensively. They've looked at that as that's our identity, and I'm really proud of our guys on that. And in the games where we haven't been able to score with our scoring droughts in those type of games, the one thing that's held us together has been our defense and our rebounding throughout the whole year. That's been our most consistent area, and I'm really proud of our guys for that.
Coach, how key is getting just a balanced attack in general? I mean, you look at the numbers. You had 5 guys in double figures, 9 with at least 5 points, and 2 guys with double-doubles. It seems to come from everywhere. And Shaq said after that, when we play like that, we win 95% of the time.
Yeah,
same page there?
Yeah, absolutely, Grant. I mean, the thing is you can go, we can play a lot of guys in those situations because different guys can get a lot of different minutes, and guys are producing at a high level. And when we're rebounding like that and defending like that, you're exerting so much effort that you're going to have to sub. And we really played today with probably the worst game of this year is Austin, who didn't play well. And a part of that is he was so good on Thursday. Part of it could have been a little tired, just a little gassed, and so. When you're asking your guys to exert that much effort defensively and on the glass, they're going to get tired. And when that happens, you can get deeper in the bench and play more guys, and guys are producing. And right now, it's the as much as, like as I said, Calvin Godfrey's intensity is contagious, the positive attitude is contagious. Guys are having fun, they're enjoying it. There's no sulking, even on some tough situations. Like after the SMU game when we lost, not one guy sat in the locker room and sulked. And I mean, guys were upset that we lost, but there was no, there was no dissension. There was no splintering. And I can feel our guys really like each other, and we're growing closer, which is a great thing. So, we're just getting better. We're still a work in progress, and we're not a finished product. And there's going to be highs and lows, and we've had a couple good highs lately, and we want to have more highs as we keep moving forward.
Yeah, Josh, several of your players talked about energy and intensity has elevated. Anything in particular that's leading to that, whether it's what you're doing in practice, what they're doing, what do you see?
Zach, I just think it's a natural progression of our team getting better. I mean, we're a team, and I don't know why anybody would, I was pounding to the table every time about this year, about this was going to be a transitional year. There's going to be highs and lows. And with that, Zach, as I kept saying, if you go back to any of my comments in the summer and the preseason, I said this was the year we needed to, I wish we could play like the NBA preseason, have 8 preseason games. I've said that all throughout the month of September and October, because I said I knew this team, with the youth that we had, we needed games. We needed to figure out who is who. They needed to figure out me. I needed to figure out them. You can only do so much in practice. We needed games. And we had an early, tough schedule early, and we were trying to figure each other out, and it's possession games. And so we're just getting better, and I had said we were going to get better through time, and that's what we're doing. So it just happens that we're playing more games now, so we're able to work things out, work kinks out, see who's who, understand roles, and that's just a good sign for our team that we're getting better. But I will say this, we still have a long way to go. We got to clean up a lot of things. We are not a finished product, and we still have to get better. And through more games, I'm hoping we're done with lows, but there could be more lows. There just could be. There could be more valleys as we come across, but we are growing the right way and moving up the ladder the right way.
Coach, how big was you talked about the rebounding and really winning that in terms of out-rebounding them. How big was that in this game?
Well, when you have a plus 29 and you have 25 offensive rebounds, that's strictly on effort. And we've been a very good rebounding team this year, and we've been a very good defensive team this year. Those are 2 consistents with us. And we held them to single-digit offensive rebounds too. and we've been really good in that the last few games where we had a stretch there where Houston at home, Tulane at home, and then at SMU, or excuse me, those two games, at Houston at home and then Tulane at home, we did a poor job on defensive reboundings. Those teams hurt us on the offensive glass. We were much better against SMU. They just hurt us in the paint a lot. And then we were much better against Houston, much better against Cincinnati, and much better tonight. So we're getting better in that area with a little slippage for those two games there. But our teams, through my 6 years here, we've always been a very good offensive rebounding team, and we've always been good in transition offense. And early in the year, we weren't good in transition offense, but we were good on offensive glass. And so that is something that we teach, talk, preach about every single day, drill, is rebounding, and especially offensive rebounding. We've spent a lot of time through my 6 years here, and we've always been a good offensive rebounding team. We are better this year defensive rebounding because I think we've emphasized it and focused in on it more than we've ever have in my time here, and we've been better on that this year.
Is Austin's shoulder just something he's going to have to deal with all year?
Yeah, I mean, and I felt comfortable enough that I didn't need to put him back in. Yeah, it's nothing. So he'll be ready to go for Wednesday.
Then tell us, I mean, obviously Wednesday's a huge game. I mean, Tulsa's leading the conference. Just tell us a little bit about them and what you expect.
I mean, obviously I haven't really watched any film on Tulsa, so I won't know anything until I focus on them, which will be, starting tomorrow. I'll get into Tulsa. But Frank Haith obviously has done a marvelous job. They're the only undefeated team in the league. They're really good. From the little that I know of them, they've got a lot of good guards and they can shoot the ball, but I couldn't really give you more detail than that other than because I haven't really watched them. But every game in this league is going to be important because, it's just a grind of a league. And there's no juggernaut in the league. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day. There are no gimmies. If you don't bring it, doesn't matter who you're playing, you got an opportunity to lose the game. And if we want to have an opportunity to beat Tulsa, we're going to have to play really, really well.
Some of the guys said they were excited just to get a shot at the only undefeated team in the league. I would imagine the same thing from you.
Yeah, but I look at it as our next game. I just want to make sure we continue to get better because we got a tough stretch. I mean, you got at Tulsa and at Tulane. I mean, 2 road games this week. So we're going to have to play, and then you come back and you're playing East Carolina at home, and then you're at Gonzaga, and so we don't have time to focus in on anything other than just the next possession, just us getting better, continue to improve, and the results will fall where they fall. But we just need to continue to get better. But, it's a good opportunity for us. We've got 2 road games this week, starting with Tulsa on Wednesday, and we know if we're going to want to win, we're going to have to play really well.
Can you remember a time one of your teams scored 60 points in a half?
Did we score 60 and a half? No.
60 and a half,
Yeah, I didn't even know. How about that? 60-51. And that's usually a game. I mean, 60-40, 63-50 with Cincinnati. We scored in the second half there. Wow, I didn't even recognize that. It's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. I could never remember that. No.
Did you know if you got to 100, everybody got a car, and you wouldn't let them shoot that last shot?
Well, I think I wanted to win the right way, and I have great respect for Coach Jones.
In all seriousness, Josh, you touched on the play of Godfrey a little bit earlier. And I think a turning point, maybe when the season's over, you'll look back at that Cincinnati game. A team like Cincinnati or Connecticut that in the past, especially last year, would punk you guys and get physical. What Godfrey brings and what Crawford brings, toughness, physical, is that contagious?
Yeah. Great, but that's what I said. I said Calvin's, his intensity, his tenacity, his toughness is very contagious. That helped us win the game on Thursday because it was contagious. It kind of spread all throughout of the team, and that's why we were able to win the game. And so he's done his part on that. And I'm telling you, he had to hit rock bottom, and he hit rock bottom. When I subbed him out at Oklahoma State, he acted inappropriate. I benched him for that game, and I suspended him the next game. Since then, he's done his job, and it's all because of his mindset. And I'm proud of him for that. And he's handled it the right way, and he's playing the right way, and he's playing at a high level. Okay, thanks everybody.